washcloth. I mean,
yeah, same. You know, I took a walk around the block. Again, I don't know what I was thinking. I needed some coffee.
Right.
And I was just sweating within those 5 to 10 minutes.
It's constant, it's
Yes.
omnipresent, and
Yes.
it's not going away.
It's not going away. This is just the start of where we're headed today. You'll see right there on our screen temperatures at 78 degrees, and we have plenty of sunshine out there. I want to get to what is happening today. The 90-degree temperatures, the triple-digit temperatures that some of us may see getting through our Saturday. So you'll see it right there. Today is gearing up to be another scorcher. We do have a few watches and warnings in place. You'll see there all of the orange highlighted across Jersey, Upper Jersey, the Hudson Valley, our boroughs, portions of the island, in that heat advisory status. Again, this does go until 8 p.m. tomorrow. And then also for central and southern Jersey, we have an excessive heat warning in place. Temperatures right now, 70s in the city. We already see some 80s popping out. And we were just at 8:02 in the morning across the island there. Temperatures also starting to jump. Our humidity levels this morning, they are absolutely crazy. We are in the oppressive stance there. Of course, we're dry and clear. I'll have more details on not just the heat that's headed today, but the possibility of some storms rolling through as well. All that coming up. For now, back to you.
All right, thanks for staying on top of it, Star. We appreciate it in the streak of dangerously hot weather continuing. A citywide heat.
And the boys, we were rockers, so we were like suspicious of this album. Like, I don't know about this. And the girls would play it, and we were
Yes.
like, this is great.
This is great.
Yeah, this
is
is
great. And 40 years later, it still holds up.
Oh my goodness, 40 years.
I mean, speaking of the rain, I thought that I was going to get such a break from the humidity, meteorologist Star Harvey. The rain came, and then I just feel like I'm sitting inside a steam room.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You know, we made it through 3 consecutive weekends here across the tri-state where we had no precipitation. We will see that re-arrive today. So as of now and through most of our day, we do remain on the drier side. I want to go ahead and talk about this heat because that is what is the biggest story here throughout the rest of our weekend. You'll see we're starting off this morning, not just in the city, but also across portions of New Jersey in the 70s as well, stretching from the low to upper 70s. There's a few of those upper 70s across the shore there. Now, these dew points, quite impressive as well. What happens when we have that dew point and that temperature really close at the same number, it makes it really moist out there. So that's what's going on in the air. We do have our dew points in the 60s and 70s. All in all, what that means for you is that it is humid and oppressive out there. So of course, bringing you more heat tips on day 3 of this heat. We want to make sure we are wearing loose, light fitted clothing. Stay away from the black if you can, because black does absorb that heat. Staying hydrated. No caffeine or alcohol. I know we can do it. It's just a few more days of these heat temperatures coming through. We also want to make sure to limit our time outdoors and that strenuous activity if we can. If we are going to be outdoors, making sure to have that water under a tree, taking breaks from the sun. And of course, if you don't have that AC at home, we don't want to have you sitting in all of that heat, nothing flowing through. Find a cooling center, mall, library, theater, always a really good idea. Our air quality index today on the poor side. Of course, all of this highlighted gray area does mean that the alert is in place from 11 to 11. We want to limit that strenuous activity outdoors. Of course, I'll have more details on what's to come in your 7-day forecast. I can assure you that the heat, it is not expected to stop today. Back to you.
100 million Americans right now facing this all across the country.
Star, thank you.
Star.
All right, commuters couldn't catch a break, that's for sure, in New Jersey this week. Massive delays continued into the late night hours.
It's a great day to strip down to your mermaid gear. It's too hot to be wearing anything else out there, meteorologist Star Harvey.
Yeah, mermaid gear, you know, a swimsuit, whatever you got. As Lisa's, you can to be outdoors today, because again, we are going for day 3 of our 90-degree temperatures. Thursday we hit 90, yesterday 94. Today we're going once again for a high in the 90s, and again, those numbers from Central Park. So we continue with the dog days of summer. Want to make sure to take it easy out there. I know we think heat, sunshine, let's get outside and enjoy it. you have to know that we do have temperatures that are going to feel like they're in the upper 90s and 100 degrees or higher at times. Of course, we do have some stray shower storm activity pushing in to bring a little bit of a temporary relief getting into the second half of our day. And then the better weather does not arrive until we get to the start of next week. So off to the north of us, we do have along some fronts here a parade of low pressure systems not really impacting us. We do have that trough that sits right over the area, likely to bring in that shower activity getting into the second half of our day. But again, a dual high pressure system really doing its best to usher in all of that southwest air and warmth. So here's a look at the warmth we're headed for today. 95 degrees in the city today. These are our feel-like temperatures. You'll see Flushing at 94, Ozone Park at 90, Hackensack 96. We'll also have Rahway at 97. Yonkers 96 degrees, taking you across Upper Jersey and also the Hudson Valley. The Hudson Valley may get a little bit of a break from the 90s, but still we're looking at mid to upper 80s. We'll see Montauk at 90, Stillwater 95. Newark, Newton, 95 degrees. Just to give you an idea, had to list off those temperatures. We will all see the heat today. If you're along the coast, slightly cooler. Dew points today in the 70s, so oppressive out there. This is what it's going to feel like when you factor in all of that. We are talking feel like temperatures in the upper 90s, and yes, some triple digits will be on our maps as well. Again, I did say dry this morning. A chance for some scattered shower and storm activity pushing in later today. It's going to be hit or miss. Not everyone will see that. We get through tomorrow with another day of 90-degree temperatures or higher with another chance at storms, and then our relief does not arrive until we get to the start of next week. Back to you.
All right, Star, thank you.
Welcome to your hazy, hot, and humid weekend. Thank you so much for being with us on a Saturday morning. I'm Kirsten Cole.
And I'm John Muller. Let's get to it. A weather alert. How bad is it going to get? Here's Star Harvey.
Yeah, weather alert in place. Multiple things impacting us today,
Right.
Not just the heat. You seen that view? Our air quality index, yes, going into effect.
It's really tough for
Pets, making sure to watch our pets in this heat, because they will also be impacted by it. I'm going to go right ahead and get to our sun and sand report. This is going to be potentially one of the places to be out along the shore to start our weekend, because it'll be one of the cooler spots. Temperatures along most of our coastline should be in the 70s. We do show that our ocean waves going at about 2 to 3 feet. Long Island Sound even less than that, 1 feet. We'll see some of those winds picking up southwest to southeast later today at about 5 to 15 miles per hour. UV index very high. Sunscreen is going to be your best friend today, although we do have those hazy skies out there. And of course, that moderate level for rip current risk. Temperatures in the 80s for some already. New Jersey there. Bayonne at 83 degrees. Chelsea at 79. We'll also see some of the upper 70s across most of the area. We're not stopping in the 70s. We'll be shooting to the 80s by the mid-morning this afternoon. We are talking temps once again in the 90s. We're shooting for 95 degrees in the park today. And even this evening, things not really letting up on us. We do have feel-like temperatures today in the upper 90s and triple digits. I'll be talking more about that in your 7-day. And also, I'll be talking about the relief that is headed this way as well. Back to you.
Star, thank you. Well, if you walked or even driven around, you might
and not stopping anytime soon. Meteorologist Star Harvey.
Yes, that's right, Kirsten and John. You know, another weather alert today. Pretty sure we'll be in an additional weather alert getting through tomorrow. So that's just what our weekend is gearing up for. We've seen 90-degree temperatures for 2 days. Today does make for day 3, so that does give us our heat wave. Across the island right now, temperatures are ranging from the low 70s out near the Twin Forks all the way across Nassau and Suffolk County 70s, which means it is oppressive outdoors. And I can tell you, aside from what's happening here on the map, I myself went outside today to get something cold to drink, and literally within 5 minutes, I felt that sweat, makeup sweat in 70s, which means it is oppressive outdoors. And I can tell you, aside from what's happening here on the map, I myself went outside today to get something cold to drink, and literally within 5 minutes, I felt that sweat, makeup sweating right off my face. We do have a light wind out there, so not really helping us out much. We are dry on our radar, all thanks to high pressure that continues to impact our region. We do have this huge dome surrounding not just us, it's stretching across portions of the Midwest as well. Here's a look at your 3-day forecast. 95 for today, 95 for tomorrow. The relief arrives next week. Again, remember, just because you see these 95s here on the map, this is not what it is going to feel like. It's going to feel a lot more like those upper 90s and triple digits across some of the area. I'll have more details coming up in your 7-day forecast. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Star. Meanwhile,
at 79, we are under a weather alert, and again, that's not just going to be today. Pretty sure we'll extend that into tomorrow as well, because the heat, it is here to stay for a couple of more days. Yesterday, temperatures did their thing. We saw 90 degrees on Thursday for Central Park. Yesterday, we clocked in at 94. You'll see down the map, we did have some cooler temps along some of our coasts, but Newark there hit triple digits. And again, that's that air temperature, and they did tie a record. Today, not much changing. We're shooting for mid-90s here in the city. Along the coastal areas, you'll see there, we're at the island in the 80s, up near Stamford, 83 degrees, in the 80s along the Jersey Shore as well. Note that the further inland you are, we're talking northwest Jersey, likely to see the bulk of that heat. But again, even with our air temperatures in the mid to upper 90s for a lot of us, we do still have those feel-like temperatures that will be in the upper 90s and triple digits for some. We may be challenging some records today. I'm going to call for more than likely LaGuardia and Newark hitting that record or possibly tying it. Of course, I'm going to be here all day tracking that for you. This is very important for those of us that will not be commuting via the train or subway or whatever, the bus. We want to make sure that if you are in your vehicles today, note that temps shooting for 95 degrees today. We will see a temperature grow by every minute. So every minute we have that door closed on the car without that AC running, the inside of that vehicle does temperatures rise about 1 to 2 degrees per minute. So just in about 10 minutes, we can see with that door closed, temperatures feel like 114 degrees inside the car. Without anything being said, making sure to not leave our pets and kids in the cars without that AC on or without us in that car with them. We do show that we are clear right now under the influence of high pressure, double high sitting off to the south of us, really bringing in that southwest flow there, leading to the heat today. We do have a trough across the area and likely to see some of those showers. Again, we will have that isolated storm and shower activity getting into our afternoon today. And again, it's hit or miss. Not everyone sees it. Getting into tomorrow, it'll be a little bit of the same thing. We do have a front pushing through late tomorrow, and with that, it brings our relief rolling over into Monday. You'll see the drop in those temperatures. Next week, we'll have another shot at some more wet weather on Wednesday and Thursday, but you'll see here on our 7-day full of 80 and 90 degree temperatures. Summer is officially here, y'all.
It sure is.
Big time.
Yeah. All right, 8:50. You can wear. I say it's so thick you could cut it with a knife. It is humid.
And you know, to put it just very correctly, this is dangerous heat that we are dealing with. You know, and I practice what I preach. If you do not have to be outside in this weather, go ahead and there's a few things that you can do. I'm going to give you some helpful tips to help you deal with this dangerous heat that we're expecting here rolling into our weekend. As of this morning, we are under some pretty muggy skies, but still, I'm calling it, is it the Big Apple or is it the Baked Apple? We'll get to it. Speaking about our temperatures, we do have a few watches and warnings in place. A lot of that is going to be all of this orange highlighted area, northern Jersey, the Hudson Valley, our boroughs, Nassau, Suffolk County, across portions of Connecticut. That is a heat advisory. It is in effect today and through tomorrow. And again, this is because we are expecting those heat index, what it feels like outside, to be in the upper 90s. That's 95 degrees or higher. And again, of course, we do have an excessive heat warning, and that's going to be for all of us that are not just in central, but also portions of southern Jersey. Right now, temperatures in the 70s as well as the 80s, 82 in Caldwell. Newark, you're at 84 degrees at 9:03 on your Saturday morning. It is extremely humid out there. In fact, oppressive. That does not let up today. We're under clear conditions. We do have some chances for showers and storms rolling in a little bit later. They'll be scattered in nature. Not all of us see that. But again, otherwise very hot, muggy, 95 in the city. Some of us will be in the 80s to the triple digits. I'll have more details on when these showers and storms are headed in today and how much longer this heat sticks around. For now, back to you.
Out there, meteorologist Star Harvey. No, but
that's where that heat is packing on the most. We are talking again, feel like temperatures. What it feels. That's where that heat is packing on the most. We are talking again, feel like temperatures. What it feels like. Those heat indexes in the upper 90s and yes, triple digits. If these temperatures this morning are not impressive to you, wait until we get again to this afternoon. Across the city, we're at 81 degrees. You'll see we have 80 streaming all the way across Jersey as well. It's cooler in Montauk, 72. We do have some low to upper 70s stretching across the lower Hudson Valley, 75 in Newburgh. White Plains, you're at 77 degrees right now. Those dew points are close to those temperatures. What happens when that, or what does that mean when that happens? That means that it is humid outside. I'm stomping my foot. It's hot out there. Those oppressive conditions to get us through our Saturday. I talked about the heat tips. Here they are. Wear that loose and light fitted clothing. Stay away from the dark colors. We want to make sure to stay hydrated. Try not to drink caffeine or alcohol. It does things to our body when it is this hot outside. Of course, limit and avoid those strenuous activities. So our runners, people that are out there biking, that is going to be tough in this heat. We're also saying make sure to be under some AC today. Take breaks from the heat. If you don't have that AC, go to a cooling spot. We're talking the mall, the library, the theater, whatever you can to escape the heat. We do have an air quality alert in place. This goes from 11 this morning to 11 this evening. It is one of those things that you want to limit strenuous activities outdoors. I want to talk about your 7-day forecast coming up. It does have some signs of slight relief. I'll be breaking that down in just a few minutes. But for now, John and Kirsten, back to you.
All right. Thank you for keeping your eye on these days. I'll just start Harvey here about how we can't break out of this pattern just yet.
We cannot. It is a rinse and repeat. And literally, our reporter this morning, Eliezer, we are dripping with that sweat. And I was only outside literally for about 10 minutes in the 7 o'clock hour, and I felt it. So it's just an indicator of what is to come moving into the second half of our day. I am literally saying, if you wanted a vacation, just go outside. It feels like the tropics out there, and it's going to feel like that for today, moving into tomorrow as well. You want to make sure to take it easy. I know a lot of us think sunshine, hot temperatures. This is the summer, right? Summer just kicked off on Thursday officially, but you want to make sure to be careful out there. We are seeing heat index in the triple digits for some at times. Stay hydrated today. We do have some stray showers and storms moving through here. Not everyone sees them. It'll bring some temporary relief, but all bets are back on moving into tomorrow, and not another sign of relief until we push into the start of our work week. Here's a look at our synoptic map here. Off to the north of us, we do have a front there, a parade of low pressure systems, but what's helping us with all of our heat today, yep, those high pressure systems sitting off to the south of us really bringing in with their clockwise motion, again, that southwest flow, all of that warmth, that warm air pushing in from the Gulf there. Our afternoon temperatures, once again, this is day 3 of 90-degree temperatures. We're shooting for a high of 95 in the city today. The further inland you go into Jersey, temps will be the warmest, or let's just not even say warmest. They'll be the hottest. We'll see some 80s along the coast there. So if you're headed towards Long Island, Jersey Shore, Connecticut coast, maybe the spot to be today. Here's a look up across North New Jersey, West Milford, 92 degrees, Hillsdale 96, Port Jervis, Middletown, Montgomery shooting for the upper 80s, so slightly cooler. But it don't matter where you're at today in the tri-state. We are going to feel oppressive. So you'll step outside looking all cute and stuff, and then, yep, that sweat and that heat from that humidity, it's probably going to be a damper on your day. Just giving you a heads up here. There's a look at those feel like temperatures. Upper 90s for a lot of us. Yes, we'll see some of the area feel like triple digits. Your 7-day shows tomorrow, another day of heat, another day of the possibility of showers and storms pushing through. And then Monday, we have a front that pushes through late Sunday, brings us a relief in those temperatures back into the 80s. But 90s find their way back into the forecast by mid to late next week. Back to you.
Thank you, Star. All right.
Theater, a museum, under some AC, a friend's pool, wherever you got to be to cool off today, because the heat will be aggressive today. We do have a weather alert through this weekend. Temperatures indicating this morning where we are headed, getting into our afternoon with our highs. We're at 84 degrees already. East Rutherford, I hope all of you are inside under some AC or getting those activities done early this morning. 77 over in Flushing, White Plains, you're at 77 degrees as well. Humidity packing on today. This is going to be one of those days where you really feel the air. You'll be wearing the air. You'll feel like you are wet and sticky all day. Our humidity values in the 60s as well as the 70s across most of the area. Now, here's what's playing out. We do show clear, dry conditions out there. That green stuff, just some clutter on our satellite and radar here, especially across our area. We do have some wet weather setting off to the north of us, but we have a dome of high pressure really helping to keep us dry, but also heat us up today. One of those areas that are going to be the coolest, you'll see here on our map along the shore. Still pushing for, I'd say, mid to upper 80s across the Jersey Shore, but you'll see those south and north facing beaches. Temps will be in the upper 70s as well as the 80s. Here in the city today, 95 degrees is what we're shooting for, and no real relief getting into our evening hours either. I want to talk a little bit about the showers and storms heading in today. All of that plus your 7-day forecast coming up. But for now, back to you.
All right, Star, thank you. Well,
degrees and stretching even across portions of coastal Connecticut. We have some 70s and 80s. Our degrees and stretching even across portions of coastal Connecticut. We have some 70s and 80s. Our dew points, I say impressive today. This is what's helping aid in those feel like temperatures. Dew points in the 70s, so very close or above our temperatures today. So indicating the moisture that's in the air out there. It's just very yucky. Winds are calm this morning. We're likely to see, as our showers and storms push closer, these winds will pick up, and at times we may get a burst of those gusts moving through. And again, what this does is with that parade of low pressure systems accompanying that. And again, what this does is with that parade of low pressure systems accompanying that, we are likely to see some of this energy seep into our area. And we're not talking washout potential today. We are talking scattered showers, hit or miss for a lot of the area. But again, it does arrive, and it comes with a marginal risk for severe storm potential. And this will be the case stretching through our evening. Jersey, upper Hudson Valley, you'll see there across the island, our boroughs included in that, and Connecticut as well. No relief today or tomorrow other than the potential for some showers showers and storms pushing through. Temps in the 90s, feel like temperatures making it into the triple digits. And then by Monday, we may be able to go ahead and catch that break after the heat. More in your 7-day forecast coming up. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Star. 9:40.
This dangerous heat once again for our weekend, not just today, it seeps into tomorrow, unfortunately, as well. You'll see here our normal high for today, 82 degrees. We are going more than 10 degrees above that for today, and we're well above those lows as well. Last night, just 75 degrees. We're closer to that record temperature. Now, I don't think we'll beat that record. Maybe contend with it, but there are some cases here across the tri-state that will beat out or tie those records getting through our Saturday. Here's a look at our afternoon temperatures. We are talking 90s across a lot of the region, 80s across our coastlines. The further inland you go, likely to see some of those triple digits. If we take a look at which records we will be challenging today, I'm going to call for LaGuardia and Newark. You'll see that record temperature of 99 degrees. We're forecasting a high of 96, and then down near Newark, 101 for that record temperature. I believe that will come really close to that. So, of course, keeping all of my eyes on it. This is something that I would like to stress for all of us that will be in those vehicles today. Important to know, when that vehicle door is closed, engine off, no AC running, for every minute that that door is closed, temperatures can grow 1 to 2 degrees. So after 10 minutes of that door being closed, with our air temperatures at 95 degrees, it will feel like 114 degrees. And reading down our list there, with that door closed for an hour with no AC or anything running, temperatures will feel like they're close to 140 degrees. So, of course, making sure to look back before you lock. Otherwise, look at the satellite and radar. It is gorgeous. It's quiet. It's dry. We have a lot of energy carrying off to the north of us. We, however, here across the tri-state are covered by a dome of high pressure. Now, this system likely to allow for some of those scattered showers to make their way into our region moving into this afternoon. It will be hit or miss chances. Moving into tomorrow, we'll still have heat, we'll still have humidity, but we do get another shot at showers and storms coming across the area. I do believe that this model is going a little bit aggressive. I do not believe that we'll have any washouts tomorrow. Again, we are still taking a look at this to see what happens, but we can see that relief rolling into the start of our work week. And with that relief on Monday, we'll have a drop in those temperatures back down into the 80s. We'll be in the 80s and a few 90s moving into next week, and then another shot at more wet weather and showers, storms moving in Wednesday into Thursday next week. Back to you.
Star, thank you.
All right.
Look at our satellite and radar shows we do have high pressure overtaking our region this morning, and that'll be the case through most of our weekend. We also have some of that activity that is to the north of us, those showers and storms likely to seep into our region. Either way, we are talking hit or miss shower chances. As far as our temperatures for today, we're going more than 10 degrees above our normal, shooting for a high of 95 degrees. It will feel hotter than that. Most of the area will be 95 or higher. A quick check-in on your 7-day shows tomorrow. We are talking same kind of business. Back to you.
Thank you so much.